Batman and the Outsiders, issue 3, Brian Edward Hill, writing with Dexter Soy on art.
Basically, Batman gathers them all together and is like, "Hey, I got a mission for you. An enemy I need you to take out." So off they go, and I think no, it's a he's very aware that it's a training exercise, and I think he's going to be the villain. So off they go, and of course it becomes something more personal, doesn't it? That's the point.
To be fair, he never lied. He just didn't mention he was going to cosplay as an actual villain.
Yeah.
No.
It's like going into the danger room and being like, "Oh yeah, I'll create the problems for you guys," but you don't tell him that Colossus is going to dress up as a Sentinel. Like,
yeah. I think my biggest problem with the issue on this plot is that it probably goes a little bit too long, where it's trying to pretend that it's not Batman just to make us kind of we're supposed to be with Duke, but it's very clear from the second he shows up that this is Batman, and I think it just tries to play it a bit too long before revealing it that it suffers a little.
I'll give it this though. I actually really like the emotional beat at the end where Cass hugs Duke. I actually really like that.
Yeah, that was a great moment.
I do like that it counterbalances this story with the story of the girl, with Roz trying to basically break her.
I want to say
Yes, he wants to.
I want to say Sophie.
Yeah. Sophia.
Oh, I was close down.
Sophia. No. And trying to break her to use her powers for the league and whatnot.
Yeah,
some gorgeous imagery with her and the dragon.
Yeah, it's because his thing is basically, I'm going to turn her into a killer and she must embrace all of her anger and rage. Where obviously with Batman and the Outsiders, it's no, we have to understand what's affecting Duke and then we're going to try and help him through it. Very different.
Duke is the worst.
He's been alright in this book so far.
They try to make me like him and it does the opposite.
I don't think I'm feeling as harsh on it.
I don't dislike him anymore from this book, but it hasn't made me like him more either.
Yeah,
I do like. I
still feel superfluous as a Bat character. Like,
I do like Batman's thing here, where he's like, okay, you failed Sophia, but the only thing we can do is try and not fail her again. And it's going to be harder because right now Ra's al Ghul is Indoctrinator. He's going to try and turn her. He's going to send her down this path. We're going to have to try and bring her back, but we're not going to fail. We're going to keep trying. So, the basic determination there I quite like.
Just to make sure, the rest of the team all knew this was okay. This is a thing for Duke, right?
I feel like they had to have.
Because otherwise, like when Jefferson's like, "All right, we'll all split up one by one and go," and I'm like, "Hang on, this is Batman. This is a terrible plan. If you know you're going against Batman, let's go one at a time into a room and see if we can find him."
It's very Scooby-Doo. Let's split up. Why?
Kind of, yeah. He gives a reason. It's like, we'll bait him out. I'm like, that's it. No. I think retroactively they all know, and he's like, right, we're all gonna go off so that Duke can be confronted alone. But that only works if they're aware of what's happening, and it's not,
I think if they weren't aware at the start, I think they all understood it before Duke did. I think they all clocked what this was beforehand. The art, by the way, is absolutely gorgeous from Soy. I love how Soy does hair and beards. Like, there's something about the beard in Ra's al Ghul in this that I think is like one of the best looking beards Ra's al Ghul's ever had.
Yeah, he does great stubble as well.
Yeah.
Bruce's stubble looks good.
Yeah, and I think they do know, because Cass even admits that it's kind of her fault that Bruce had this idea.
Yeah, she says she told him about it.
So, and the hug. But no, the hug's really great. I still really enjoyed this issue. I mean, I don't necessarily disagree with the criticisms, but overall, I'm actually really enjoying this as a team. And I like how it's given Sophia all this time as well to build her up as this potential villain or whatever we're going to have. This.
If it's going to keep coming out on a busy week, it might have to get cut.
Ooh.
Like, if this keeps happening, and not because I'm not enjoying it, because it's a decent read, but I could have read one less book and been okay, I think. So.
I mean, I'm really digging it so far, but I mean,
yeah, I'm enjoying it. nowhere near dropping it. Frustrated with the 2 pages of Apex Lex at the back of this issue in particular.
I'm not going to hold that against these books individually because it's not Supergirl's fault they had to have those 2 pages. It's not this book's fault that they had
this
these 2
one annoyed me a
pages.
little more because it was 2 pages instead of just 1, right?
Honestly, I think most of the ones I read were 2 pages. I think you just got lucky that you didn't read the other ones.
Maybe that's true. This I think the problem is this one felt like it could have been just 1 because the first page was just scene setting. There was nothing. There was no detail of anything on the first of the 2 pages, so it felt like wasted space. Yeah, even more so.
Lex is offering Raz something. We don't get to hear what, but that's what's happening.
Yeah.
The year of the East. I mean, I don't really hold it against any of the books individually, so I'm not really thinking about it in my ratings. I'm
not really either. I just thought I'd mention that.
Yeah.
2 pages, if it was worth it. Like there is a book coming up where there is at least 2 pages, but I feel like I got something out of at least both of the pages. Whereas this one was just, that first page felt like particularly wasted space, even amongst these Apex Lex sections.
Yeah. Again, it just feels like a really cheap way of like tying books into something and making people feel like they have to read them all when you really don't. All right, we're rating Batman Outsiders then, issue 3. What are you giving it, Matt?
Let's give it 7.5.
Connor?
I'm actually also going to give it a 7.5, even though I sounded far more positive than Matt did.
I am going to give it a solid 8, so there we go.